to say the least. This is Tenacious Earl, and we're going to play some second season football on this Saturday afternoon. I don't know how far into this game I will get. It's going to be Miami and Buffalo, 2016 teams. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. So I use the what do I use? I try to use the playtime percentages for each team from this game. So this is Miami's third game. This will be Buffalo's second game. So of the season. So I've taken Miami's matchup. I believe that was against Cleveland, while Buffalo's was against the Jets in week 2 because they had a bye week this time. So that's how we're matching these teams up. Like I said, I don't know how far along we will get into this game because this is a game that does take a little bit of time. It's not the most clicking along at a good pace, but let me see. High Phantomatic. So that's what we'll do here, and let's see. So refamiliarizing ourselves here with the game, you read the black die first. So we use 2d6s mostly. I also use my dice roller for a bunch of different functions. Some of the functions I have kind of changed up a little bit here and there, so but I still pretty much play it the same way. There is just some tweaks that I've made over time, but I'm probably not going to put that in front of here because then you wouldn't be able to see the dice rolls and all that stuff. But I'll just try to read off what the and I'm using second season, but this was originally, I think, Replay Publishing. When they owned the game, they had solo play calling charts that I'm going to just put up here. I'm using this, and so I have my dice roller app, which kind of does a bunch of the pre-snap crap and decision making for me, and then I just roll the dice and can determine from that what the play will be. I choose the receiver. Obviously, there are some usage limits for guys, so we have to keep that in mind, but we'll take care of that as it goes along. Early here in the game, there's not that many. All right, so black is first, white is second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll these. Whichever one comes first. Miami will be the black die, Buffalo the white die, and it's a tie. So let's roll it again. 35. So Buffalo wins the toss. They will defer to the second half. So Miami will receive the ball to start the game. So we go to our kickoff chart, and it'll be Dan Carpenter, an A kickoff specialist, not a kickoff specialist, kickoff rating guy. And so there's just a yardage that then you get added, a little factor based on the rating. So we're going to roll it off here, and it's 32. And 32 is a 63-yard kick plus 6 because he's an A. So that's going to be 4 yards deep in the end zone. And back there to receive it is Jakeem Grant. He's going to take a knee, and he will just allow Miami to come out at their own 25-yard line and start 1st and 10. Another comment real quick. Hi, T-Ball. So Ryan Tannehill leads the offense out. Ready to roll. Again, there are some ratings for each team, which allow us to use this play calling chart. Miami's offense combined with Buffalo's defense is a net neutral, while Buffalo sides slightly to the running phase of things. So that's how this will work itself out. We're going to roll. And so it's going to be a short passing play called up there for the Dolphins, and that will be facing a safe defense for Buffalo. 1st and 10 from their own 25. So I need to get a short pass. Got to find that in the book here. Again, this is what takes a little bit of time, is you kind of got to shuffle through the book every time. Short pass, safe defense. And we will roll it. And it's 16. So a 16, Tannehill is a AAA rated completion percentage guy. And so this, and I didn't choose who it would be to. I should have chosen that first. We will say Devontae Parker, since this is offensive personnel 1. So that is a completion for a single die roll, 5-yard gain. So that is a completion to Parker for 5 yards. And it says out of bounds early in the game. Out of bounds do not affect the time. They restart it right away. So that's a 30-second runoff, and it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 30. So their next play, that would be a screen pass, and they will screen it to personnel 6, Damian Williams, the running back. We will choose that. So a screen pass against the blitz. So the Bills getting aggressive on defense. And let's roll it here. And that is a 31. So in the first quarter are either tackle A for the Dolphins is Brandon Albert, or guard A, that's Laramie Tunsil. Are either of them a 2-pass? They are not. So it's going to be incomplete, and there's going to be a holding penalty on. We need to go to the 5A penalty chart. Right. Well, we need to decide who it will be on. Passing play, they're both rated 1. Let's roll the decider die. If it's the dot, it'll be the tackle A, and it'll be Albert. So that's going to be a penalty, and Buffalo will accept. So we're going to run 15 seconds. The clock stops on a penalty, and the visitor, Miami Dolphins, that'll be an offensive hold. I'm not going to worry about tracking who has penalties. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and so that'll be a 2nd and 15 from the 20. So that wipes out a potential gain there. Well, it was incomplete, so no. I guess the Bills could have declined that and decided to take a 3rd and 5, but instead they're going to push them back a bit. So this is a 2nd and long, so it's also going to be a screen pass, and this time they're going to screen it to Deion Sims, the tight end. And this will be against a safe defense for the Bills. Being a little bit guarded here. Now 13, so that's going to be another completion for Ryan Tannehill. This will be to Sims. And we get to roll 2 D6s this time. It'll be a 7-yard gain, so they get back about half of that yardage. So 2 for 2 already. And that's 7-yard gain. That'll be 3rd and 8 from the 27. So with a 3rd and 8, let's see, 26. The screen pass was effective. They're going to go with that again, and this will be a pass defense for Buffalo. And we're going to have this screen be to Jarvis Landry, their wideout. And 43 means NB, which will be Devontae Parker. Is he a 2-pass? And he is not. He is only a 1. So it's going to be caught by Landry, but stacked up for no gain. So another completion, but the Bills cover that well. And that is going to bring up 4th down. So the penalty derails the drive for the Dolphins, and they will send out Matt Darr, their punter. Going back for the Bills will be Brandon Tate to return. And 23 on the routine punt is going to be a solid kick. You're going to add 4 to his average. Darr's average is a 44. I forgot to write this down. Opening kick return. 69 kick. No return. And then the punt, again, it was +4 to average. So it'll be punt dar. 48-yard punt. A nice long punt for him. So that takes them from the 27, 37, 47, 43, 33, and 8, 25-yard line of Buffalo. That's where Tate brings it in, and a 32. He will be able to return it a little bit here. It's going to be a 9-yard return, so a nice return from him for him. Tate, 9 return. And so that will take that to the 34-yard line, and that'll be a good starting field position for Buffalo. No first downs on that drive for Miami. And so it'll be Tyrod Taylor, now a Cleveland Brown. Actually, a guy who sits on the bench for the Browns. At this point, Baker Mayfield has taken over, but in this season, he was still one of the Bills, and he will. I don't know. He's a point of contention for Bills fans, and mostly, sort of the new wave of quarterback analysts really like Taylor, but his numbers aren't the sexiest from a yardage standpoint, but they do like his control of the offense and not giving the ball away. So again, this is somewhat a run-heavy team, biased slightly to the run, but they're going to come right out here. The Bills will, with a short pass against safe defense. So, and they will call on Robert Woods to be the one to be the target of this. Oh, and I forgot to run off 15 seconds for the punt and return. And I like to track time of possession, so we'll give the Dolphins green and the Bills blue. And so the Dolphins had 2 minutes of time to start the game. There. Okay. All right, so to Robert Woods, a short pass against safe defense and a 44. Guard A is 0 pass. Richie Incognito is the Bills' left guard, and he is a 1 pass rated, so not a 0. It's going to be a crisp route, complete for half our yards. So Woods, that is a completion for 6 yards, but there is a flag down on the play. So a 6-yard gain. Let's see what the flag brings about. I'm going to mark off my 15 seconds before I forget. So a 62. That is a defensive, is that holding? 6A. Check the chart here. 6A. No, it's just encroachment. So that will wipe out the pass play. It's a defensive penalty, but they will accept the yardage. So a defensive encroachment. Actually, an encroachment, I believe, would mean it wasn't even the whistle blew before the play was completed. So they would have whistled it down. But 1st and 5 from the 39. Bills catch a little bit of a break there. So we're just inside of 13 minutes. Also, another short pass dialed up here on the 1st and short now, and this looks like a blitz call by the Dolphins. This is either make or break in a way. And the Bills will, let's see, short pass. They're going to call it for Charles Clay this time. 45. Guard A again, 0 pass, and we already saw Incognito is not that. Heavy rush complete for half our yards, and that is going to be a completion for 5 yards to Clay, and that will be a first down for the Bills. And first down via the pass. All right, so 1st and 10 from their own 44. And the Bills on the move. Okay, so outside run play dialed up here against a safe defense. So it's going to be Mike Gillislee in here. He's going to take it outside against a, what was that, a safe? Yes, it's safe. So here we go, Gillislee, not McCoy. McCoy on those first couple plays, he came out of the game. Is Incognito has been the focus of these first few plays here, and he is again. Is he a 2-run rating? And he is. So it's going to be an XR for Gillislee. So that means a potential big run. Let's see what happens here. 15 is guard B, a run 0. John Miller is the starting right guard, and he is not. So that's going to be a 7-yard gain for Gillislee. Gets the legs a churning. And that's going to lead to a 2nd and 3, and the Bills cross over into Dolphin territory. 2nd and 3. On the Dolphin 49. And back into the game, McCoy. And it looks like he is going to be charged with an inside run here against a pass defense. So maybe a chance for McCoy to bust one out here. 43. Is the quarterback a run 2? Tyrod is a run 2. So that's going to be another XR. So the Bills are looking good here so far. 56 is A, which is Byron Maxwell for the Dolphins. A is the right cornerback. You want to look at it from this direction. Right cornerback is not a run 2, so it's going to be a 15-yard game for McCoy, and that is a first down via the rush, and the Bills are putting a drive together here. Breaks a couple tackles, and we know McCoy is the type of guy who can do that. 34-yard line of Miami. 11:15 and counting, and now that'll be another short pass. Safe defense, the short pass. I'm gonna throw one at Robert Woods here. 45. Tackle B is Jordan Mills, and he is a 0 pass, so it's going to be a sack. Let's see. We will say it's either F or I. Now let's see. The defensive personnel is 2, so we'll say it's I. And so that'll be Jordan Phillips with the sack here. I'm going to keep that. Four-yard loss for Taylor. And let's see, so 2nd and 14 from 38. So that might take them out of field goal range at the moment. Let's see what they do on 2nd and long. That will be a short pass, and that'll be against a safe defense. So the same call. This will be he's gonna target Sammy Watkins with this one. Another 45. Oh boy, this is the same exact roll and everything. And it's going to be another sack. But this time it will be Jelani Jenkins getting the sack. So 2 sacks in a row are derailing the Bills' drive here. And so that's going to be a 3rd and 18 from the 42. And so 3rd and long. Third and 8. Well, they're gonna try and throw it deep here, and it's gonna be against a blitz. So this could be feast or famine. They're gonna target Marquise Goodwin on this one. On the long pass play, 36 is a center 2-pass. Eric Wood is not a 2-pass. So another sack, 3 in a row, and Taylor goes down. And it says choice and see, defensive personnel 6. Let's just roll a d20 here, and we will count it down from anywhere from the back. So 16. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll say Donald Butler will get this one. Actually, no. Let's use the chooser. What does the chooser say for 16? Jones. Jason Jones. We'll give it to him actually, because he would be out on the field. So let's call it that. Weren't sure. It looked like it was Butler, but instead Jones was the one that gets credit for the sack, and that is a 9-yard loss. And that's going to force a punt. So Taylor holding on to the ball a little too long. That leads to 4th and 27 from their own 49. And let's see. This would have been Rex Ryan, correct? Rex Ryan sends out Colton Schmidt for the coffin corner punt. And is he a coffin corner A? No, he's a B. So let's see. I'm going to look in the book now. There's a handy chart, but sometimes it's not. Maybe if it's not, then it goes into the end zone. That's my guess. What was it, 53? Is he A? No. It's going to be a touchback. So, punt Schmidt. That's a 51-yard punt. That's a touchback. So they'll start from the 20. Touchbacks on punts start from the 20. Kickoffs from the 25. Okay, so disappointing end to that drive for Buffalo. They were moving, and then they went away from the run, and all you know what broke loose. Oh, and this is how I keep track of time of possession. As you can see here, the little line across the top. I have different color-coded highlighters. Hi, Mr. Moley. So who am I rooting for in Game 7? I guess it would probably have to be the Brewers, just because if you know anything about me, I am a fan of the small market underdog, and so I would have to say the Brewers fit into that particular realm. So inside running play, Kenyon Drake is the starting running back for the Dolphins in this game, and it will be against a safe defense. So Drake, who is not rated particularly well for the run, but actually his first 3 carries he does get a AA rating, so he's not too bad. Or no, the first 2 carries. The 26 will not rely on that metric. 26. F or J, or either of them run 0. So defense personnel's 5. F is going to be Zach Brown. He is a 1. J is Corbin Bryant. He is also a 1 run. So good run defense from the Bills, and that is going to they're going to plunge through the line and hold him up, but Drake is able to sneak through for a yard to make it 2nd and 9. So just falls forward past the line of scrimmage in a 2nd and 9 from the 21. And on 2nd and 9, that'll be a screen pass. They've kind of been hitting on the screen pass a bit here, trying to whittle away at the Bills' aggressive defense. Offensive personnel, too, they're going to try to hit Drake with this one as well. 65 is D0 pass. That's Ron Darby, the left cornerback. He is not, so he's going to... so that will be caught on the swing pass, but Darby in good coverage is going to lose 3 yards. So Tannehill has completed his first 4 balls, but Drake loses 3, and neither team can really get much going in the positive direction here at the moment. So that'll be a 3rd and 12 from the 18. About 8.5 to go here right now. And so, boy, they're gonna try to catch the Bills napping on this one. This is an inside run against a blitz, so they're going to see if they can sneak past the first level of defenders here. Offensive personnel, it's going to be Damian Williams. So let's see what happens on this play. 45 is the center of run 0. That's Craig Urbick, and he's not. He's a run 1. That's going to be XR, so they are going to be able to break free. What will this do? 22... I or run 2. I is defensive personnel 5. I is Adolphus Washington, right? No, it's Kyle Williams. And guess what? He is a run 2. So this is how, just to explain how I do this, because there may be some confusion. I have these are dice. And so this is defensive personnel. This is offensive personnel. This is where, so offensive personnel, I have a bunch of running backs here. If you see on the right there, I have 1 through 3 is Kenyon Drake, 4 is Ajayi, 5 is Pede, who didn't really have any ratings, but I came up with some based on his metrics, and Damian Williams is 6. So Damian Williams is the inside rusher there. Now defensive personnel is 5. Now this is how I do the same thing here on the sheet, and you can see for Kyle Williams is 1 through 5. Based on playtime percentages, and he is the way you read this, he is a pass 1, run 2 with a minus, meaning that when Miami would be in the Bills' territory, he would actually revert to a 1, but because this is in Miami territory, he is still a 2, and so he is a run 2, so it's a no gain, and that's going to bail him out. He gets a fingertip on Williams, and they are able to bring him down. It looked like he was going to break it, but a great play by Williams. He is a very good tackle there, and a real asset to the team. So 4th down and another punt from Dar coming up here. .65. Let's see, routine punt. Defender bursts through, pressures kick, punt block column. So we have to come to, well, I'm going to use the book here just because I feel like the book is probably newer than these charts. So again, let's look at the routine punts. Defender bursts through the line to pressure the kick, possible block punt. Let's go to punt block chart. We re-roll. And he has a good block rating, so that means that the likelihood of there being a block is pretty low, 26. If he's an E or F, and he's not, so he's an A. So it's going to be a 17-yard punt, no return. So a rather meager effort there from Dar. Tate just has to watch it roll, fly out of bounds. And so the Bills will get excellent field position, 1st and 10. That's going to be at the 35 of Miami on a 17-yard punt from their own 18. So Bills are set up in good position as long as they don't have what happened to them last time they got inside the 35. Or, yeah. Okay. With, what do we got? 7:45 or thereabouts left here. Well, they're going to call up a screen pass against a blitz, and Let's see. Offensive personnel 6, so it can't be shady. Let's dial it up for Sammy. Sammy Watkins. 56 is K, a 2 pass. So defensive personnel 5. K is Mario Williams. And he is a 1 pass. So he is not a 2 pass. So now is the running back a 2 pass, and Gillislee is not. So it's just going to be caught by Watkins, and must be Gillislee gets downfield a bit and puts in sort of a ho-hum block, and only 1 yard is able to be gained by Watkins on the play. So it'll be a 2nd and 9 from the 34 where they were on their previous drive. And they're going to go with a short pass. Another blitz call up here. They feel like they can get to Taylor with some pressure. And let's see. They're going to throw it to Clay here. Actually, let's see. Personnel. Let's throw it to. They're going to target Greg Salas. He is the sort of the slot receiver right here. 63 is B, a 0 pass. B is Isa Abdul Kudus, and he's not. So quarterback is pressured, incomplete, and there is an injury. So what's that all about? Incomplete. Now, the clock does stop on an incompletion, so 7 minutes to go. It's going to be 3rd and 9. So the injury chart, 63. Defender H injured on the play. Defender H on defensive personnel 6 is going to be Mario Williams on the right side here on this play. 43, groin pull, player removed for the rest of the game, so we don't have to worry about Mario Williams in there anymore. We will, let's see, we're going to give Cameron Wake, so this is where I have to make some adjustments. So you can see here, the way that I have this set up is that Mario Williams plays half the game. He plays on rolls 4 and 5, on the K side, and 6 for the H side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn let's see, we're still going to do 4, 5. We'll say 3, 1 through 3 and 6, and I'm going to wipe off Williams here. I'm going to wipe him out of these, and I'm going to spread it between Branch and Wormsley. So it'll be 5 and 6 for Wormsley, and 1 to 4 for Andre Branch. So just to try and then Williams, I'm just going to cross off now that he's unavailable. It's only for this game, but a groin pull, so that sounds painful. No, thank you. All right. But we're 3rd and 9, and so 3rd and 9, and then a 45 means that'll be another short pass. They're hitting on the short passes, trying to get that to work out. And this is going to be against a pass defense, so we're going to have to try and thread the needle here. And they're going to throw it. Who is... Oh, that's Walt Powell. All right. So they're going to target Marquise Goodwin on this throw. 64, that's going to be an unusual result. Probably a penalty. 15. Now it's an 8-yard catch with a video review. And that would leave them a yard shy of the first down as long as the catch is not overturned. So 11 to 53 means that the play is in bounds and complete. and it is, so that will stay that way. But they are going to be 1 yard shy of a first down. So that was to Goodwin for 8 yards. That is going to bring up 4th and 1 from the 26. So the Bills are going to kick the field goal, try to take an early lead. A bit early to be going for it here. So Dan Carpenter, who is a quad A from 40 in, 26 plus 7 is 33. That's a 43-yard kick, so he's going to actually be a B from this distance. But it's a 12, and so that is good. He gives it plenty of leg. It is true, and it is through. So a field goal from Dan Carpenter. That was a 43. And let's see. We're going to mark that time off. 6:39 on the clock. That's another little tweak that I've made here to my stat keeping and stuff is that I have a D15. If there is such a thing as a 15-sided die, I have a 15-sided die here to help me with determining the clock in the 15-second intervals. So it can be a little bit more like an actual box score. Okay. Carpenter to kick. 45. That's going to be 59 plus 6 is 65. That's right at the goal line. So that's going to be Grant back there to get it. He's going to return it. So now we do the kick returner, and it's going to be 24. So you subtract 5 from his return rating, which is 23. So that's an 18-yard return, and that's where they will start at the 18. And we will, I guess we count that as Buffalo. Time of possession. Okay, Miami takes over. 1st and 10. Bad field position so far. They've had 3 starts. Their average is right around the 21-yard line. So, all right, short pass against a safe defense. They're going to throw it at Landry. 31. Center is not as so. You have to check 2 different guys if there's 0. So it means if they're garbage in the pass game. Craig Urbick is fine at center. NB is Devontae Parker. He is also average. He's not crap. So that's good. So neither of them 0. Quarterback runs. So it's gonna be Ryan Tannehill on the rollout. And so we've got to re-roll off of the page for an outside run against a safe defense. Go to page 15. So I don't know if that means XR or not. I feel like that's wrong, but trying to find other precedent for him getting outside. Running. Quarterback. go to page 12. See, I think you're supposed to roll off of this, so that's what I'm going to do. I think they got the page wrong. So, Tannehill is running. It is a 12. He is an A runner, so that's going to be an 11-yard gain. That's going to be a first down. So he gets outside and gets them a rushing first down. So inside of 6 minutes now. All right, a screen pass against a run defense. They'll throw it to Devontae Parker. 15 with a AAA. That's going to be a completion. One die. It's 3-yard gain for Parker. Second catch for him. Second and 7 from the 32 of Miami. Another screen. This against a blitz. I'm going to throw it at Jordan Cameron this time. 14. This is going to be another completion for 5 yards to Cameron. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Cameron can get 2 catches before he can't earn any more R's. So that is 3rd and short, and a 55 is going to be a short pass. And Buffalo trots out a run defense, so this is probably a pretty good matchup. Going to throw the short pass to Deion Sims here. 54. Is B a 2 pass? It's Aaron Williams. He is not, so it's going to be XS. This is going to be a good play for Sims. 43. So offensive personnel 4. That's Ajayi. He is not a 0 pass. And SB in this case is Kenny Stills. He's also not a 0 pass. That's a 17-yard gain. A nice. He breaks free. Sims gets his second catch of the game. And that is another first down for Miami. They are on the move. Yeah, 17. Down to the 46, right? Wait. Maybe 48 of Buffalo. 37. 47. Yep. Maybe I'm wrong. (47-3) makes 50, so that means that 17. So minus 4. Yeah, I was right the first time. 46-yard line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Wait. 1, 2. 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1. I think I need one more here. All right. So 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 46. Short pass. Pass defense. Buffalo trying to wise up here a bit. They're going to throw to Landry. 51. B is not a 2 pass. It's Williams again. So, and he is rated 0. It is going to be XS, so it's going to be a potential for a big play here for Jarvis Landry. Guard B 0 pass. Bushrod is not, so it's going to be a 9-yard gain for Landry, and that'll be 2nd and 1 from the 35. Going to call an outside run here. Safe defense. the Isaiah Pede. He's an E outside runner, and it's going to come off of that. So it's going to be a 3-yard loss for Pede. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 38. And it's going to be an inside run against a pass. Wait, 3rd and 4. That's a pass defense. Inside run against pass. And then they're going to call on Kenyon Drake. He is still only with 1 running, so he is a AA carrier in this case, 26. Guard A is not a run 0. EC in this case is Deion Sims. He's not a run 0, so it's going to be XR. 53 SB run 0. Ken Stills, he is run 0, so it's going to be dependent on this D6. It is a 2-yard gain for Drake, and that's going to leave them with a 4th and short from the 36, and that would be a 53-yard field goal to tie it, or a 4th and 2. We're going to have them go for it. It's a long field goal. Franks is respectable from long. At 53, he would be rated A, but he would need, for that, he would need a 23 or lower, so that's kind of low odds. They're going to go, or they could punt it and try to coffin corner it. Let's go with the coffin corner punt. They're going to they're going to coffin corner it. So Dar with a coffin corner attempt here. .44 is going to be his coffin rating better than D. Let me look in the book. I'm trying to do that here. 44 is the E or F. He's not. So it's going to be out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That is another short punt for him, but it's 20s. 27-yard punt. No return, out of bounds. So the Bills will take over deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 from their own 9. Decent drive there for the Dolphins. Here, I'm going to put a little blue there to make sure that I know on that side. Okay, so Buffalo back out there. It's going to be Tyrod under center. Short pass against a run defense. They're going to throw it to LaShawn McCoy here. 51. That's Tony. It's Xavier Howard here at the left corner position. Is he a 2-pass? He's not. It's going to be XS. So McCoy. EA is Robert Woods here. He is not a 0-pass. So it's going to be a 16-yard gain for LaShawn McCoy on the throw. And a 1st down for Buffalo. And they're out of jail there. 25-yard line. Nice play calling on the former Eagle, former Pitt Panther. Short pass play against a safe defense. This time they're going to throw at Robert Woods. 16. Tyrod is AA, and that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. dial up a medium pass, a little bit more aggressive throw here. Run defense. So they're gonna try and get this one to Woods again. Guard be a 2 pass. That's Miller. He's not. So thrown away, but there's a penalty. So let's hold on. It's incomplete. Penalty on the play. 13. That's going to be a defensive 15 yards. And that's going to bail out that situation for Buffalo. I got to see what the play is to a personal foul. And so the third penalty on Miami, that's a personal foul on the defense, 15 yards, and that's going to be a first down for Buffalo from their 40. And we will mark that as incomplete since yeah, that's a post foul or a post play foul. Okay. Short pass, safe defense. Again, they're going to try to get one to Woods here. 23, C or J, a 2 pass. C is Rashad Jones, not in minus territory for the offense, so he's not a 2 pass. J with defensive personnel 6 is Jason Jones. He is also not a 2 pass, so it will be XS column. So Woods will finally get a catch here. Is a 2 pass? Byron Maxwell is. He's going to wrap him up after a 2-yard gain. Just when you thought maybe Woods would be able to escape, Maxwell grabs the shirt at the bottom of it and yanks him and won't let go. 2nd and 8 from the 42. Almost to a conclusion here in the first quarter. 53, short pass against safe again. This time they're gonna throw it Charles Clay. Center's not a 2 pass, so it's going to be incomplete. Pressure, and Tyrod just had to get rid of it. Another short pass. Another safe defense. No, this is going to be it's going to be safe defense again. I'm going to try and throw it to Watkins here. 44, guard A, 0 pass. Incognito's not. Well, this is going to be another one of these that's complete for half R. It's going to be it's going to be 8 yards for Watkins, and it would be a first down, but there is a penalty potentially here. 44, it's going to be a hold on John Miller. And that's going to set them back 10, 2nd and 18 from the 34. And they're going to call a long pass. 66 against a pass defense. Try getting it to Robert Woods here. 43 is SB, 0 pass. SB in this case is Marquise Goodwin. He's not. Quarterback gets rid of the ball, incomplete. 5 for 10, only 50% here in the early going. We're going to take the play calling into our hands here for a moment, and I'm going to call a quarterback bootleg for Taylor here. So that's an outside run. You can do that once in the first half, once in the second half, unless the quarterback has another rating like Marcus Mariota. I am going to roll this to find the defense now, which is going to be a pass defense. So outside run against pass. And it's going to be Taylor, who's rated AAA, plus he has on a gain on an outside run, he has a D6 added to his gain. 63. Is F a run 2, defensive personnel 4? No, he's not. Is NC a run 0? It's going to be Clay. He's not a run 0, so it's going to be a 10-yard gain plus 5, 15-yard gain. It's going to be short of the first down, but Taylor does rattle off a nice run to end the first quarter, but it's going to leave them at 4th and 3 at the 49. All right, so 3-0 Bills after 1 on the Dan Carpenter 43-yard field goal. Okay, see you later, T-Ball, and I'm going to have to see you later here now because this has been going on an hour. I might come back for the fourth quarter. I'm thinking maybe later on. I think I'm going to play the second and the third to myself. Hopefully you guys, anybody here who's just watching, maybe joining us for the first time here, sees how second season goes. Some of the time frame is affected by the fact I'm doing the play-by-play for you here, but generate some interesting results. This is week 3 for me out of 18, so 4 games per week, not too bad. So anyway, I'm going to jet. I want to go and take care of some things. So see you soon. If you could like the video, that'd be great. If you did like it. If you didn't, then you're welcome to leave your feedback. But hopefully we can provide you with some more programming that you like here, and or just leave feedback of what other things you'd like to see. So look for the fourth quarter maybe tomorrow afternoon if I have a chance. Otherwise, maybe tomorrow late in the night. So see you soon. Thanks a lot for watching the Nine Nations Football League here on Tabletop Baseball Plus.